Hi guys, I'm Dave and welcome to my kidney journey. Today I'm going to talk about dialysis and each visit I take and what the process is. So normally I get up at about between 6 and 6:30. I take my medication, and that's about 12 tablets in the morning, and then I get myself ready and I make my way into the Mater Hospital. From there I'll usually go straight to Cafe 3, which is Zuki, level 3 of the Mater Hospital. I'll grab myself a cup of coffee and normally a ham, cheese and tomato toasty. It's not recommended because it's high in phosphorus and potassium, but it's my routine at this stage. From then I go straight up to level 7 in the Mater Hospital and I wait to be called in to get hooked up. When they call me in to come in, the first thing I do is I go and weigh myself. And that's every single person that goes in for dialysis has to weigh themselves to determine how much fluid they put on from the previous session. Then they'll hook us up. First I'll sit you down in your chair where you're located and do a blood pressure, which is a seating and then a standing blood pressure. From there they'll hook your lines up, whether it's on a permacath or whether it's in the fistula, and they'll usually check the site where your fistula or your permacath is to make sure there's no infection or anything like that going. And then they'll begin dialysis. During the dialysis session, they'll usually administer whatever drugs you need to have. For me, once a month, it's iron injection, and also every session I get Colexine. When I first started, I was a bad clotter with dialysis, so they started me off on 40 milligrams, went to 60, 80, and now I'm on 100 milligrams of Colexine. And I don't seem to be clotting anymore at this stage, not that I'm aware of anyway. And then I usually crash out. I usually crash out for about 2.5 hours before the smoker lady comes around and gives us our morning tea, which is usually a sandwich, some biscuits, a cup of tea, and if you like, some fruit. I usually take a little bit of each and I have my cup of tea, and then as soon as that's done, I'm out like a light again. I sleep through most of my sessions. I think I've only ever been awake for one dialysis session, and I did not like it one bit. 5 hours was just painful. But everyone knows when I'm on dialysis because I snore like a trooper. And most people are pretty jealous because I've even fallen asleep before I've even been connected. So I don't have a problem with passing out when I'm on dialysis, which is good, makes dialysis session go fast. When you first start dialysis, you usually start off in between 3.5 hour sessions. From that, I'll usually move up to 4, and myself and a couple other patients are on 5-hour sessions. The reason they have me on 5 is because normally when I first started doing dialysis, I was coming in so heavy. So some of the sessions, in between sessions, I was putting on anywhere between 5 and 8 kilos of fluid retention, which was just far too much and not good for my heart. I'm now, this session I just did today, I was 2.5 kilos over, so I've made a few adjustments and I've been able to keep it on a lot better since, I'd say, New Year's, I'd say. And then once dialysis is finished, they usually disconnect you. Myself and one of the other patrons, we usually go down and we have a 6-inch subway, and that's our treat after dialysis. A lot of this will be changing for me soon because I'm going to make a concerted effort on trying to lose some weight. I've got to follow a pretty strict diet. I've got a whole heap of different foods that I've had a look at, what I can and can't eat with phosphorus and potassium. I'll go into that tomorrow. I'll talk about what I can and can't have and what I've got to be careful about. But that's me for now. All right. Thank you very much. If you like what you're hearing and my stories and that, please continue following and like, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.